The terrifying exorcism of Anneliese Michel. In a quiet village in Germany, a young woman named Anneliese Michel faced a horrifying battle with what her family believed were dark forces. Her story is one of the most chilling and tragic tales of modern times. A normal beginning. Anneliese Michel was born in 1952 in a small village in Bavaria, Germany. She was a normal, happy child growing up in a deeply religious Catholic family. But when she turned 16, everything changed. Anneliese began to experience strange and terrifying symptoms that no one could explain. She started having intense, uncontrollable seizures that left her feeling confused and scared. Doctors diagnosed her with epilepsy, a disorder that causes these seizures. Despite the diagnosis and medication, Anneliese's condition worsened. Soon, she began seeing frightening visions of demonic faces and hearing disturbing voices that no one else could hear. These voices told her she was damned and would rot in hell. The visions were so vivid that she couldn't distinguish them from reality. She also became intolerant to religious symbols. Holy water, crucifixes, and prayers made her feel intense pain and fear, something that deeply alarmed her religious family. As Anneliese's condition grew worse, her family became desperate to help her. She would perform bizarre and disturbing acts, like tearing off her clothes, eating spiders, and crawling under tables and barking like a dog. These actions were far beyond anything they had seen before and deeply troubling for everyone who witnessed them. Her parents took her to various doctors and psychiatric hospitals, but nothing seemed to help. Frustrated and terrified, they turned to their faith for answers. They believed that Anneliese might be possessed by demons, so they sought help from the Catholic Church. They pleaded with priests to perform an exorcism, hoping that spiritual intervention could succeed where medical treatment had failed. The Exorcisms Begin. In 1975, after much pleading from the Michel family, the church granted permission for an exorcism. Father Ernst Alt and Father Arnold Renz were assigned to perform the ritual. Over the next 10 months, they conducted 67 exorcism sessions, each lasting up to 4 hours. During these sessions, Anneliese's behavior was terrifying. She would scream in pain, speak in voices that were not her own, and display superhuman strength. She claimed to be possessed by several demons, including Lucifer, Cain, Judas Iscariot, Nero, and even Adolf Hitler. Her body would contort in unnatural ways, and she would hiss, growl, and make animal sounds. The exorcisms were grueling for everyone involved. Anneliese's screams would echo through the house, creating a horrifying atmosphere. The priests and her family tried to hold her down and pray over her, but it seemed that nothing could free her from the grip of the demons. As the exorcisms continued, Anneliese's physical condition deteriorated rapidly. She stopped eating and drinking, convinced that starving herself would rid her of the demonic forces. Her body became weak and frail, and she was visibly wasting away. Despite the constant exorcisms, her condition showed no signs of improving. On July 1, 1976, Anneliese Michel died in her home. The cause of death was malnutrition and dehydration. She was only 23 years old, and at the time of her death, she weighed just 68 pounds, about 31 kilograms. Her death shocked the world and raised many questions about what had truly happened to her. Was she really possessed by demons, or was she suffering from severe mental illness that went untreated? After her death, Anneliese's parents and the 2 priests were charged with negligent homicide. The trial was a media sensation. During the trial, recordings of the exorcisms were played, revealing the horrifying sounds of Anneliese's screams and the voices she claimed belonged to the demons. The court found the defendants guilty of manslaughter due to negligence. They were sentenced to 6 months in prison, which was later suspended, and 3 years of probation. The case sparked a heated debate about the role of exorcism in modern society and the importance of medical treatment for mental illness. Anneliese Michel's story remains a haunting tale of faith, mental illness, and the mysterious battle between good and evil. Her grave has become a place of pilgrimage for those who believe she was a victim of true demonic possession. Whether you believe in ghosts and demons or not, the story of Anneliese Michel is a chilling reminder of the dark and unknown corners of our world.